In order to create the purchase plan and convert them into purchase order, user will need to click on the search bar and search for the indent list. Once you click on that, it will show you all the indents available in the system. User can verify the each indent, they can check the quantities, they can check the items, and then once everything is complete, user can click on this create button and click on this create purchase plan. If there are multiple indents that user want to create the purchase plan for, then they can select those indent from the list view itself, and then they can click on the action and click on the create purchase plan. So after the clicking on the create purchase plan, user will create the new purchase plan and it will redirect you to that purchase plan. They can check the plan date, they can check the PO status, they can check the branch, and they can also check the indent reference. If there are multiple indents, it will be showing all of this indent in this field by comma separated. And user can check all the items will be displayed here in this item table. If there are multiple items, user will it will also show the multiple items in this table with the consolidated quantity for each of the items. And now user can plan the supplier from here itself. If user want to purchase the few of this material from a different supplier and few of the material from the different supplier, or so they can break down the quantities here in this table, and then they can select the vendor for each of the item, and then they can create the purchase order. So right now I will select the two supplier in order to create the two purchase order for all of these items. Same way user can select the multiple suppliers, and user can also change the quantity as per they want, and they can plan everything from here, and based on this purchase order will be created per vendor. I am selecting two different vendors for half of the material, and for the rest of material I am selecting the different suppliers. So based on this it will create the two separate PO in system, one for this supplier and another for this supplier with the quantity and item details given here. Okay, so once the purchase plan is saved and submit. So once the purchase plan is submitted, user will see the create button at the right top. Once the user click on that, it will show the option to create the purchase order split by vendor, which means whatever the supplier or whichever the supplier is defined here in this table, it will create the purchase order per that supplier. So I'll click on this, and you can see there are two purchase order has been created in the system, each one for each supplier. And you can click on this and it will redirect you to that purchase order as well. And you can review all of the details, all of the quantity details and everything here, and you can save and submit the purchase order. That user need to select is the target warehouse, which they can select as a stores, and then they can save and submit the purchase order. Okay, once it's saved and submitted, it will show to approve pending for purchase head. Once the purchase head will approve, it will show the status as release. So same way user will have to create for each of the PO of the supplier. They will need to click on the warehouse field, and then they can select the warehouse, and then they can save and complete the approval flow. Yeah, so each specific user will approve the purchase order as per their department, and then they can release the PO. So this how you can plan your purchase from the indent, multiple indent, and then you can convert them into the different purchase order as per the supplier.